Good day, people, and welcome today to Agit Codeworks. And today we are going to be looking at how to generate a random password, pretty much like how to generate random characters using PHP code. Talking about random, it's pretty much the way Thanos played the universe into half and eliminated half of it. Well, he had a good excuse. He said it was random, fair to both poor and rich.
But random, dispassionate, fair to rich and poor alike.
Okay, makes sense, but I wouldn't be doing that. We are just going to be generating random passwords. Okay, so now let's look at how this works. I know a lot of you might have encountered this in a web application where you forgot your password. You are asked to supply your email, then a random password is sent to you. By random, I mean the developer doesn't know what it is. You don't know what it is until you check your email, you collect the password, log in with it, and then you can reset your password to a proper one. Okay, so let's see how these random passwords have been generated using PHP code. All right, let's get coding. Okay, first things first, I have my Notepad++ here. I have set up my exam server. I have to start my Apache and my SQL. Okay, if you don't have XAMPP server installed, you don't have an environment for developing PHP, I will put a link in the description where you can follow my video on setting up your environment for PHP development. All right, so let's save this file first of all. So we're saving the file. Let's call it random password. I mean, why not? It's supposed to generate random passwords for us. Okay, so next, my PHP tag. All right, so first things first, we need an array that would serve as a pool of characters. So let's call the variable pool. Okay, equals to array. This will be a pool of characters from which the password can be extracted from. So let's say it will contain a x, an asterisk, so on and so forth. Just go ahead and fill any 10 random characters which we are going to use. Okay, so here we have it. We have 10 characters in here inside this parentheses. Those are the characters from which our password will be extracted, of course, in a random order. Okay, next thing we need is a count variable, this will help us control how many times the while loop executes. Then the next thing we need here is a random password variable. This will hold the password when we finally generated it. This will help us hold one random number, $RN variable, and then one more variable will help us hold a random character. All right, empty for now. All right, so next thing we need is a loop that runs. Let's say we want the password to be 7 characters, so we need a loop that runs 7 times. So we can say while count is less than 7. Do this. First thing we'll do, let's generate a random number. So $RN, which will be equals to, now PHP has a function called rand, generates a random number. It takes 2 arguments, which is the minimum number to be generated and the maximum number to be generated. That it takes a range it should not exceed. So to generate from 0 up till, let's just say the last index here. The last index here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that would be the length of our array, or the size of our array. We can say count $pool, then -1. That will give us the last index. I have a video on arrays. We introduced arrays and we discussed arrays properly. Here we are just trying to generate our random password. All right, so next thing we need to do is our random character. Let's extract one random character from the array. That would mean the array pool, then with the index a random number. So it makes it pick one random character from this pool and stores it here. So let's add that character to our random password and then repeat 7 times. That's the idea. We'll end up with a random password. So we have random password password equals, first of all, the random password, whatever it is currently, concatenate, which is a dot in PHP, concatenate the random character. Alright, after that we have to increase the count variable by 1. Okay, now when we do this, after this has happened 7 times, this will contain a random password, which will be made up of these characters picked at random. Of course, you can change these characters to whatever you want them to be and make them as long as possible, or change this to get any length of password you would like. Alright, so let's just display the password here quickly and see what we get. Any error message we see, we sort it out together. So let's see, but this looks good. Let's say your random password is of course, in a real life application we will have to send it as a mail to the user to get his random password. Alright, $, random password. Alright, let's see how this goes now. Let's run this code and let's see the result. Copy full file path to clipboard. Remember, before you can run your code, you must have your environment set up properly. There's a link in the description on how to set up your environment for PHP development. So here we paste it here from htdocs backwards. We say local host. Let's run this. Okay, see the password random. So this is random. To show it's random, we run it again. You see different characters are being generated. This is the next password, next password, next password. Okay, let's say you want the characters to be longer. From 7, this is what controls the length of the characters. Let's say we want 15 characters now. So we change this to 15, meaning this loop generates 15 times now. Okay, so let's see what happens to our code. So you see 15 characters now. Okay, so this is randomly generated passwords. Okay, so that's it for random generated password. Go ahead, code along, get the same results. If you find the video useful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Please have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you very much for joining us.